Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Goodbye Bullshit, Hello Happiness. I'm your host, Atusa. As you can see today, Hollis is not with me, and that's due to me making some changes on the show. Mainly that life's been too busy. I have a new puppy, as some of you've seen it on my post, and just in general with clients and everything. And I would like to be able to also give you guys some just guidance and what I originally wanted to do is live. So I'm combining everything into my Goodbye Bullshit Hello Happiness shows. So some of these shows are going to be done just solo. Some you're going to see Hollis back. I think we agreed second Tuesday, maybe more, but at least one of the shows a month is going to be with Hollis. And I'm still going to get people to interview and come on the show. So probably one or two shows will be with interviews, and one or two shows is just going to be me solo. So today is one of those solo shows that's just for me. And I wanted to, as we have Winter Solstice, I wanted to talk to you guys about the meaning for Winter Solstice and what you guys can do for yourselves. There are a lot of different traditions that celebrate it, and each one has a little bit of a difference to it. But the main thing is the celebration of light. As we are going from it's going to be the longest night of the month, longest night of the year, and we're getting into the having shorter nights and longer days. So it's a celebration of light, and as we're heading it, leaving the darkness and going into the light. And the ceremonies usually have candles, but I always offer this to you guys to just go inside and see what kind of celebration you want to do. What are the things that resonate with you? Again, traditionally candles are there. There are different kind of fruits and nuts that you can have, and for me, I like to have my drum, maybe rattle. I like pomegranates, apples, dried fruits, dried nuts, um, and just so whatever it is that you like to do. But it's a celebration as we're heading into winter and as we are inviting light into those winter months, cold winter months. And the other part of this time is that we are inviting winter, which is a season for going inside. It's a season to see, become more aware of ourselves and all those things that trigger us, all those things that we like to release and heal. So if you look at nature, winter is the time that all the animals, they've stored up all their food, they're getting ready for winter, they're all huddled, they're all getting prepared for the cold months, and they stay inside. So this is also part of our journey as well. You know, in modern days, we don't celebrate winter like that, but now's the time as you're going into winter. Look at your shadows, look at those parts of yourselves inside that you want to heal and release, and welcome them, invite them in, celebrate them, embrace them, and celebrate it however you want. These ceremonies and celebrations, they have to be unique to you in order for you to connect to it. So put on your tables, altars, whatever you're doing, make it something unique to you, make it something that resonates with you. I know I had Kimia come online and she said Happy Yalda. Yes, in Iranian tradition, tonight we call it Shab Yalda. Um, It's a celebration that, again, because I grew up celebrating it with pomegranates and things like that, that's why I do the pomegranates and nuts and fruits. Um, so, yes, happy Aldo to all the Iranian friends out there. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, again, related to winter solstice, is a little bit of definition about the shadow and the light. And you've heard me talk about this a lot before, that both are necessary part of our daily life, and we a lot of times that contrast is needed in life for you guys, for everyone to see the different parts of themselves and their reactions and how they handle things. So um, just be mindful, invite it in, and look at it as everything that's happening in your life, everything that's coming, even those things that we've labeled shadow and dark or unwanted things. They're a gift to you, they're a gift of love for you to see yourselves better, for you to see what you want, to choose differently. And if there, I hear this a lot from the clients that they say, oh, I thought I was done with this and it came back. It's not that things are coming back to haunt you, it's more that life universe is giving you practice opportunities. It's telling you, hey, this is still here. How do you want to handle it? How do you want to choose differently this time? And whatever you choose, it's okay. If you're not ready, you can choose the same thing. If you're ready for a change, choose differently. Choose a different reaction. Choose a different emotion. Choose the type of experience that you want to have at that moment. And as you know, we're in Goodbye Bullshit, Hello Happiness. So it means that there isn't any right or wrong. It's whatever choice at the moment that feels good to you. I had this discussion with a friend about past and do-overs, and it's not that we're looking as that the past we did anything wrong, that you're saying, oh, I wish I could do it differently if I had the opportunity again. So it's not that we're going back in time to do those things, because if you go back in time and if you're that same person, you're still going to make that same decision because you won't know any different. But as you're healing, as you're progressing, as you're ascending, however you want to see it, you are changing. The you that's here today is not going to be the you that's 10 days from now, 2 months from now, uh, 10 years from now. So each choice that you're making is based on you at the moment that you're making the choice. And as long as you're choosing what feels best to you in those moments and what's good for you in those moments, then you are making the best choice and the right choice. So when things come up, look at it more as, hey, this is a practice opportunity, and for you to choose differently and experience things differently. The other thing that I talk about a lot with clients as well is choices. We all have a choice, and I know last time I mentioned this as well, that each of the choices we make depends on what feels good to us. Now, there are a lot of times people come and tell me I don't have a choice. There is always a choice. It might be a choice that you're not feeling comfortable. It might be a choice that either there's fear in it, guilt in it, and whatever else that's there, that you're not making that choice. But if you step back and look at everything as a choice and seeing out of those choices in that moment which one feels better, that keeps the energy flowing and moving, because you're not resisting it and you're empowering yourself to see your choices, that it's not things just either handed to you or you're forced to do. So your power comes from knowing you always have choice. You always have choice in what you're doing. I'll give you a silly example again. My puppy, he gets up at 4:30 in the morning, sometimes 4, wanting me to take him out. And sometimes I stay up awake and play with him. Sometimes I put him to bed. And sometimes at 4:30, by the time I hear him and get up, I'm so sleepy, he might have already saw it. So there are a lot of choices that each night I can say, okay, let me put a alarm to get up earlier than him, or say, I'm gonna wait until he wakes me up. But all those things, one of them might be one day I make one choice and say, okay, it's okay. I'm making this choice. I'm too tired. And if he pees, he pees. I just clean up the pee later. Or one day I'm going to say, no, I'm tired of cleaning pee. And so I'm going to get up earlier and take him out before he wakes up. That was just a small example, but in life, everything you do, you're going to have a choice. There is choices that we make because we want to make other people happy, and we're saying, well, I don't have a choice, I have to do this for this person. There is a choice, and you're choosing it because you want to make someone happy, you want to do something for someone else. So take time to really see everything as a choice that you're doing, and it's not just because you're forced to do it. Again, your power, everything you do comes from that place of seeing your choices and seeing what feels good to you. Also, in that aspect, when you approach everything from a choice and seeing what feels good, you sort of start to build your internal guiding system. You begin to notice that internal feeling of, hey, when I'm going this direction, it doesn't feel good. When I'm going the other direction, it feels better. And the more you use it, the better it gets, the stronger it gets. Just like any muscle, you got to use it to get stronger. So is your intuitions. The more you listen to it, the more louder and stronger it gets. And a lot of times I tell clients that start with the mundane stuff during your day, meaning in the morning as you're trying to get up, what are my choices? What feels better? For example, have a choice of sleeping in for 10 minutes, getting up, taking care of the kids, and taking them to school, or getting coffee, or taking a shower. Out of those choices, which one feels better? Then the next moment in time, again, looking at your choices and what feels good. For example, the clothes you want to wear can be another choice. The direction you take, from your home to work or from home to school. There are multiple directions always on where you can go. So choosing what feels better at that time. And when you're doing food, for example, or even a snack, what are my choices? You have different fruit options. Hey, this grapes, banana, apple, which one feels better to me at this moment? Again, all this, because it's sort of mundane, your brain is not going to get activated. It's not going to bring any fears or resistance or guilt or shame or anything like that. And so it's easier to see what feels good. So again, this intuition gets activated, gets stronger. And also it allows you to connect with your body as well. So use the choice exercise for as much as you can on things that sort of, again, your brain is not activated, the mundane stuff. And then start getting the bigger ticket items, the stuff that triggers you in there as well. For example, if you 2 weeks ago you agreed to go to a party and now it's the day of the party and you just don't feel like going. And again, seeing your choices, seeing your options, and which one feels good. And sometimes in those areas, you're going to get to see, hey, I'd rather not go. That feels like the best option to me at the moment. But because I feel bad and I feel guilty, I need to make this choice of going to the party. So I can choose what feels good to me. Therefore, because of my guilt, I'm choosing this option. So that also, first of all, it shows you, gives you that option that you are choosing, so you're not forced, takes the stress off of it a little bit, and also shows you what you're carrying in terms of any fears, guilt, shame, anything like that, and why you're doing certain things. And also, it breaks a lot of the habits that you formed during your daily routines, and it breaks those as well, so that you can see which ones you want to keep, which one feels good, and which ones you no longer want to have. So those are some of the good things. Again, as we're going into the winter months, this is the time to take time, sit inside, sit with yourself, take some alone time, get in touch with yourself, and really connect with your body, connect with your spirit, and find out what are all those things that you're carrying that you no longer don't want to carry into the spring, which is a new beginning, which is a new, actually in the Iranian year, it's a new year for us. But there's a newness, there's a new beginning coming after winter. And this is the time to go inside and figure out, what is it that I want? What is it that I want the spring to look like? What are the things that I want to shed as spring comes into effect? So there is a shedding that needs to take effect, and with that, it's the only way to get there is going inside and figuring all that out. I wanted to thank everybody. I knew a lot of people popped in and out, and thank you for joining me. As always, again, I hope you all celebrate tonight. However you celebrate it, enjoy it, do some dancing, some singing. It's a full moon as well, so get out there and howl at the moon, be silly, have fun. A lot of times we take things too seriously, we take ourselves too seriously, and this is the time to do that as well. One of the things that people have gotten into recently, which I love, I used to do it in the house, but I sometimes think my neighbors think I'm crazy. But screaming is a really great way to open up the throat chakra and get everything going. So even that can be something that you do either throughout the winter to open up your throat chakra, or as a celebration of the winter solstice. Um, get out there and bang on your chest and scream or howl at the moon. Make a bonfire and go around it, dance, do some drumming, whatever you want. Just enjoy, have fun, celebrate winter. It's a great time to see what you want, what you desire for the spring. When the spring comes, you're ready for it. Love you guys. Thank you. And next week, again, I'll probably be a solo show, and instead of normally I send a New Year message, so I might do a live show with my New Year message. Thank you all for your love and support. Have fun and see you next time. Bye, guys.